What's up, guys? Got another UFC video here today. It's going to be on the UFC 206 card, Holloway versus Pettis, which was supposed to be for the interim featherweight title, but since Pettis missed weight, it pretty much only applies to Holloway. So Holloway still has a chance to be the obviously the interim champion. If Pettis wins, I'm pretty sure he's still going to get the title shot anyway. Just, he's not going to be given the interim belt. But anyways, guys, as always, I'm gonna be giving you guys my picks / predictions with some fight analysis, mainly on the main card. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys some quick picks here. So let's go ahead and start with the first fight of the night. On the Fight Pass prelims, we got Makovsky versus Dustin Ortiz. Both kind of similar fighters. I would say Makovsky is a lot better on the ground. Also likes to wrestle a lot more, whereas Ortiz, he'll wrestle, but he's like a better striker pretty much. So they're both very similar, but Makovsky has the grappling advantage, whereas Ortiz has the striking advantage. So like I said, it's a quick pick. So for my pick here, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Makovsky. First of all, he took that fight with Benavidez. It was a pretty close fight. I thought he did pretty good. He got like 4 takedowns on him, good amount of significant strikes. So this guy, he has excellent takedowns and he takes down pretty much everybody. Ortiz, his takedown defense isn't really too good. He gets taken down a lot. I feel like Makovsky here will implement a similar game plan like he did to Benavidez. And yeah, I just feel Makovsky is more of a contender than Ortiz is pretty much. I just thought Makovsky did really well with Benavidez, and honestly, if he did that well, or that good, I mean, against Benavidez, then he should be able to pretty much dominate this fight, or at least for sure win, which I think he's gonna do. Sorry about that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Makovsky, and I got him winning more than likely by decision. Next fight here, we got Sago versus Krylov. Quick pick here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and pick Krylov. First of all, this guy is pretty hard to beat unless you have extremely good takedown defense. This guy will take you down, just pretty much just beat you up on the ground. And if anything, sometimes he won't even beat you up. He'll just lay on you, control you, pass your guard and whatnot. He's not overly active, which is something I don't like about Krylov. It seems like, he could be a really, like a true contender if he would just like be a lot more active, be a lot more dominant. I mean, he's dominant, but he's not like trying to finish you. Pretty much, this guy's all about decisions. Sago all wins by finish, or actually not all wins, but most of his wins. I think he only has 1 decision win. Yeah, this guy's a finisher. But as you can see, his taking the fence isn't too good. Krylov should be able to take this fight to the ground, and he should be the better grappler on top. Should be able to pretty much just control Sago and win by decision, guys. So Krylov by decision. Alright, next fight. This should be a good fight here, guys. It's Makdessi versus Venata. I think my internet's lagging. Yeah, internet's lagging here, so I won't load up the picture. Anyways, Makdessi versus Venata should be a good fight. 2 strikers. And of course, quick pick here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and take Lando Venata, as you can see right there. Now the image popped up. Damn internet. Anyways, I'm going to take Venata here, guys. This guy is very fluid on his feet. He has excellent head movement. I like his footwork. Excellent power on his right hand. Also has some submission skills. Has tons of first round finishes. A lot of output, just like Makdessi. Makdessi, though, is more flat-footed, doesn't have as good as movement, and doesn't really have the killer instinct that Venata has. Venata goes for the finish, throws a lot of heat, and first of all, he did really well against Tony Ferguson, who was ranked number 3 at the time. Venata coming in short notice, and he almost knocked him out in that first round. He had him badly hurt him a few times, knocked him down a few times. Yeah, Venata has power, excellent counter striker, especially with that counter right hand. Has a reach advantage. I just feel like he should be able to win this fight. Makdessi, this guy hasn't looked too good in a while, ever since, Cerrone knocked him out. hit him with that. I think it was a head kick or well, he hurt him with a head kick, but yeah, broke his jaw or whatever. But yeah, Makdessi hasn't looked too good. Venada's, on the upside here, and yeah, I'm liking Venada here, and I think he's gonna get a finish here, guys. I think it's gonna be probably a second round knockout. So Venada, second round knockout. Next fight we got Gagnon versus Matthew Lopez. Quick pick here, guys. Mitch hasn't fought in a while, but he did do pretty good against Brendan Barao his last fight. But that was like almost 2 years ago or something like that, year and a half ago. Anyways, that was a while back. Matthew Lopez, this guy, he did fight, decent fighter. I think it was Ronnie Yaya, I think it was. Someone with really good jiu-jitsu, and he ended up losing the fight. But this guy has good wrestling, good power. I think his stand-up's okay. It's decent, but it should be enough here for Mitch. I feel like he'll have the better stand-up. He has the wrestling advantage. Gagnon here does have the submission skills, but I just feel like Lopez should be able to win this fight. So I'll take Lopez to win here, and go ahead and say by decision. Yeah, so Lopez by decision. Next fight, guys, we got Valerie Letourneau versus Viviane Pereira. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take Letourneau here. Yeah, she's coming off a loss, but she's gonna have the fucking the size advantage by a lot here, as you can see there. The reach, she's a lot taller. Letourneau, good striker, good takedown defense. Also, sometimes lands her own takedowns. Viviane, haven't seen too much from her. Making her debut. Letourneau here has the hometown advantage, obviously being Canadian. Also, Letourneau did miss weight, but she only missed it. She missed it by like 2.5, so obviously she wasn't trying that hard at the end. And yeah, she's gonna be really big here. Should be able to just outstrike Pereira on the feet. And yeah, I just didn't see too much from Pereira that I really liked. Seems like she's kind of like just a striker, and I feel that plays into Valerie's game. So I think Valerie wins the fight, and I think it's going to be by decision. Next fight, we got Olivier Aubin-Mercier versus Drew Dober. Go ahead and take Olivier here to win the fight, guys. This guy has really good takedowns. Should be able to take Dober down. I know Dober's been working on that takedown defense, but I just feel like Olivier here is going to make it a boring fight. He's going to take down Dober, hold him down, just work the ground game pretty much. Doesn't land a lot of strikes, but he'll just control you. Move around in your guard and whatnot. Just do passes and stuff. But yeah, I think he should be able to win this fight, unless Dober catches him off guard or somehow defends all his takedowns, which I doubt. Olivier has excellent takedowns, and he should be able to get him against Dober. So Olivier by decision. Next fight, we got two finishers here, guys. Featured fight on the FS1 prelims. Nikita Krylov versus Misha Cirkunov. Man, this is a good fight. Two finishers, two up-and-comers, two prospects here. Krylov's on a big win streak. Pretty sure Cirkunov is also. Pretty much, it's kind of like a striker versus grappler matchup. Obviously, both have stand-up and both have submission skills. But Cirkunov is an excellent wrestler, has great takedowns, is pretty strong, and has excellent submissions on the ground, man. This guy broke a motherfucker's jaw, so man, this guy has some nasty submissions, and is really dominant, on the top control pretty much. Krylov, this guy, his takedown defense isn't too good. He's a good striker, very unorthodox, I would say. Throws a lot of different type of attacks. But I just feel like Cirkunov here, his takedowns are going to be a little bit too much. Krylov still, he's an excellent finisher, but all his wins are by finish, all his losses are by finish. So I feel like Cirkunov's going to probably get a submission here, guys. Yeah, I just feel like Krylov really lacks takedown defense, and yeah, I just feel like like I'm saying that Krylov lacks a lot of takedown defense, and Misha's gonna have to expose him there. So Yeah, I think Misha wins probably by the second round, and I think it's going to be second round submission. Alright guys, time for the main event, or main card actually. We got Jordan Mean versus Meek to start off the main card here. Yeah, it should be a pretty good fight here. Two strikers. Meek, tons of power. His striking, he seems kind of like a brawler pretty much, to be honest. Kind of just like a brawler with knockout power. I guess kind of compare him to kind of like a Mike Perry kind of ish, except he doesn't really have that wrestling. Has good takedown defense from what I saw. Not that this fight is going to go to the ground anyway. Jordan Mean here, man, this guy's an excellent striker. He really works the body well. Excellent elbows. Overall, really good multi. And good boxing also. This guy is really good on the feet. I like Jordan Mean's style. I like how he attacks, the body. It feels like a lot of fighters don't really attack the body much, and this guy really likes hitting the body. So man, of course he's going to be landing plenty of body shots here against Meek. Jordan Mean here is coming off a long layoff. His last fight was against Thiago Alves, the fight he was winning till he got caught with a body kick. Yeah, he took a long layoff, pretty much retired for a bit. Now he's back. I think he's going to come in hungry here, fighting in his home country, Canada. Has the advantage there. Meek's coming off that impressive knockout over Rusimar Paul Harris. Pretty much he Travis Browned his ass, Power tried to take him down. This guy just elbowed the shit out of his side of his head and got that finish. Like I said, Meek has a lot of power, but I just feel like he's not technical. Doesn't have the technical striking side that Mean has, and I feel like Mean's gonna have the advantage there. He's gonna be a lot more technical, and Mean also has some underrated takedowns. You can see there by his grappling stats. So maybe he might even take the fight down to the ground. I mean, you never know here. Like I say, we haven't seen him fight in a while, so normally I wouldn't really want to pick someone like me, coming off a long layoff, but I just think Meek's just kind of like a brawler with knockout power. I mean, he could catch Mean, but I think Jordan here is going to come in sharp, he's going to come in ready, and should be able to win this fight, guys, and potentially see a finish here. So I think Jordan Mean here has, first of all, he has tons of first round finishes. Tons of finishes overall in his record, but I think it's going to be probably like a third round knockout. So Jordan Mean, third round knockout. Next fight, guys, we got Tim Kennedy versus Kelvin Gastelum. I'm going to go ahead and take Kelvin Gastelum here, guys. I like his style. He has good striking. Obviously some good wrestling also. Tim Kennedy here has explosive takedowns. Really good top control. He's coming off a long layoff though, and he is going to be the stronger fighter here, which could pose some problems here for Kelvin Gastelum. Gastelum's undefeated at middleweight. He's going to be faster here on the feet, especially on the feet. I feel like Kennedy doesn't really have good striking here. He just mostly depends on his wrestling pretty much and his takedowns. I feel if Gastelum could stuff those takedowns, he should be able to light Tim Kennedy up on the feet with his excellent boxing. He lands a lot of output also. Pretty much, Kelvin Gastelum, kind of like a mini Kane, if you want to say that. But I like Kelvin Gastelum's style. I think he's going to be a lot more refreshed here at this weight. He should still be a welterweight. He could potentially actually cut down to maybe 155 if he really tried. But yeah, Kennedy's gonna be the bigger fighter for sure. But if he can't get the takedown, I think he's gonna get lit up on the feet pretty much. So yeah, I like Kelvin Gastelum's chances here. So I'll take Gastelum to win by decision. Next fight here, guys, we got Cub Swanson versus Do Ho Choi. Man, this should be either a really good fight or a quick finish here. I'm gonna go ahead and take Do Ho Choi here. This guy's an excellent striker, tons of knockout power in that right hand. He's pretty much a Asian version of Conor McGregor, I want to say. He's similar to Conor McGregor, I would say, because of his power and being a good striker. This guy has like 3 first-round finishes in a row or something like that. Or in the UFC anyway. So yeah, this guy packs a lot of power. 3 first-round knockouts in the UFC. That's impressive. Now he's gonna fight Cub Swanson here, who I can't believe he's actually ranked number 4. That seems a little bit too high there. Anyways. Cub Swanson's a good fighter, good striker, good boxing, good ground game. But I feel like Do Ho Choi is that new breed, has tons of power, and I feel like Do Ho Choi could hurt Swanson on the feet early. So I'm gonna pick Do Ho Choi here. Really like his chances. Like I said, this guy has excellent power. If Swanson could, take this fight to the deeper rounds, second and third rounds, especially third round or something like that, use his wrestling or something like that, then I can see Swanson winning the fight. But on the feet, it's going to be Choi all day. I just feel like this guy, he just really has just tons of knockout power in that right hand, man. This guy's vicious power, puts everybody out. And yeah, I'll pick Do Ho Choi here to win, and I think it's going to be, Swanson will probably make it out the first round, so I think it's going to be a second round knockout. So Choi, second round knockout. Next fight here, guys, we got Cerrone versus Matt Brown for the co-main event. Really good matchup here, striker versus striker. Both similar styles, very similar fighters. I just feel like Cerrone here has the edge. Cerrone's on this win streak. He's looking super good at 170. Both these guys are weak to the body, but especially Matt Brown. This guy, everybody hurts Matt Brown to the body. Cerrone, ever since coming up to 170, he seems very confident. He seems a lot more powerful, a lot more effective with his striking. Has a speed advantage also on the feet. I just feel Cerrone's going to be the better fighter here. Pretty much an upgraded version of Matt Brown. Has the better ground game and everything like that also. Yeah, I just feel like Cerrone should be able to win this fight, guys. I think Cerrone is probably going to hurt Matt Brown probably like in the second round, or it could be in the first with a body kick. Cerrone has excellent multi, like I said. Good body kicks. Should be able to hurt Matt Brown early and probably take him out of there early. So I think Cerrone here wins probably in the second round. So Cerrone, second round knockout. Alright, guys, so now for the main event. We got Max Holloway versus Anthony Pettis. Another good matchup here. Two strikers. Holloway on that 9-fight win streak. Pettis, second fight at featherweight. And, in his last fight, I thought he looked good. Yeah, he gassed a little bit, but I think in this fight should be a lot better. But at the same time, this guy missed weight. So, that's going to be an issue, but he's going to have the size advantage. He's going to be stronger. Obviously, being used to fighting at 155, he's had, bigger fighters, and he was also saying in some interview that, feeling Charles Oliveira, he felt a lot stronger, felt like that strength was a lot different compared to the lightweight division guys. So Anthony Pettis is going to be the bigger fighter. He's going to be stronger. He's a good striker, and he's very creative on the feet. I feel Holloway is a good striker, but he's not as creative as Anthony Pettis, and he doesn't have the same, his kicks aren't as good as Anthony Pettis also. So I feel Pettis has the kicking advantage on the ground. Both of them have some good submissions. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to take Anthony Pettis here. I just feel he's coming in hungry here. First of all, he missed weight, so I'm pretty sure he's pissed about that. He wants to get a finish, trying to make a statement here. Holloway's on this long win streak, and man, he's a beast, but I got to pick against him this time. I'm picking Anthony Pettis. I think he's going to find a way to get it done on the feet. I think maybe a body kick. I just feel like Holloway has that big frame, so, if he hits a couple of those body kicks, he's going to go down. Pettis has that power, obviously, in those kicks, so I feel like he's going to be working his kicking game, and I feel Pettis should get... If the kicking game does a lot of damage, he should probably get maybe like a third round finish or something like that. If not, maybe even Pettis by decision, maybe just outpointing Holloway on the feet. But Holloway is very aggressive and lands a lot of strikes also, guys. He has very good strike output. He's very aggressive, like I said, but I feel like Pettis should be able to, circle, hit the body, and just overall win the striking exchanges. So I feel like Pettis should be able to win this fight. And yeah, Pettis, let's go ahead and say Pettis fourth round knockout. Alright, guys, that's going to be it for my picks, guys. Thanks for watching. To recap real quickly here, I got Jordan Main by, I think I said second round knockout. Yeah, Aljamain, second round knockout. Kelvin Gastelum decision. Do Ho Choi, second round knockout. Cerrone, second round knockout. Pettis, Pettis, fourth round knockout. Alright guys, so that's it for my picks. Like I said, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about the picks. Let me know who you guys picked. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.